Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. You guys are all appreciated. For today's video, I am going to do this curly mess of a hair I have on top of me. I picked up this Aunt Jackie's Curls and Coils Curl La La Custard Cream, and I wanted to try this out, test this out. And I've had this for a little while and I haven't tried it out yet, so I think this video is gonna be perfect for that. We are in my bathroom because I actually washed my hair last night, but I got so lazy and I didn't want to do my hair last night. And then I woke up and I said, I'm gonna film this. I'm going to film this video so you guys can see kind of how I style my hair, or kind of how I just do it right now. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I just drenched my hair. Just to get it nice and wet. I like to work with wet hair when I'm, doing my curls. So let's bring this down. I hate wet t-shirts, so I like to put the towel on just to soak up a bit of the wetness so that I can get to working with it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is part it down the middle. And I'm just gonna put in some Restore leave-in conditioner from the brands Monat. I don't know exactly how to say it. So I'll just put about that much. All right, now that I'm all detangled, what I do like to do is work in sections, because my hair, since I have a lot of hair, I get this internal frizz on the middle of my head. So working in sections, I think works best for me, just so I can get every single part. So I'm just gonna go almost a third of my head from the bottom. And bring that down, and then I'll pin up the rest of this. Then I'll split this in half, what I have down here, and we're gonna work with these two sections. And actually, if there's any part here that's kind of hanging over my ears, I'll pick that up, because I'll work on the sides later. So I tend to use a couple products. Very rare when I use just one product. If I would have just washed my hair this morning, I could have gotten away with one product. But I feel like when I tend to do this, where I wash my hair the day before and then try to style it the next day, I need more than one product, because I already had that frizz going on. So like I said, I'm going to use this Aunt Jackie's Curl Custard, and I'm also going to be using some Diva Curl Light Defining Gel, and I'm only going to use a little bit of it. Brush this. So I may use this amount, maybe a little bit more. We'll see. I'll see how I feel. And work. When I decided to record this video, I kind of was like, maybe you shouldn't record this video first. Maybe you should do a curly hair, like my curly hair routine first before this. But I was like, that takes more time, so I am picking up more to put in my hair, because I felt like that was not enough. I like to feel like the hair is being completely coated with product. Sorry if I keep moving to the sides. It's just my mirror's behind the camera, so I'm trying to see. All right. Now, before, when my hair was longer, I used to do the taking a little bit more, the Denman brush method, where I'll brush it out. But my hair is so short, and I did it the other day because I didn't do it in a while, because I knew my hair was so short that I couldn't do that. Well, I thought that my hair is longer, I can do it now. I did it the other day, and when it was done drying, I looked like I had a bowl cut. So, not doing that again. I'm gonna keep doing what I do. I just let it air dry. Sometimes I'll diffuse it, and then other times I would just let it go. So now I'm gonna take a little bit of the defining cream or gel. I think I'll use about that much. And then do the same thing on the other side. So then, just to make sure that I distribute the product thoroughly, I'm just going to brush it, but I'm not going to do like that brush method. I'm just going to do this. Just rake it then with my fingers, so that way like it doesn't get activated. But I just like to do this after all the product's in there, just so I know it's distributed thoroughly. I'll just keep doing this. I don't scrunch while I'm doing this part. I scrunch at the end just because my hair is so short. I don't want it to pick up too much. I like the definition, but I like the length more. Okay, so now I'm just going to do the same thing to the rest of my head, and we're going to speed it on up. Okay, so I wanted to jump in real quick just because I got to my most difficult part of my head, and that is like my crown part. So the part where, you know, like the very middle of your head, for me gets so frizzy. It's like the worst part of my head. Like, it is so like tough hair, and I feel like no matter what I do, it's always like tougher than the rest of my hair, and it always gets much frizzier. So I always take a smaller section and then divide that in two, because I really want to make sure that this gets saturated, because if it don't, we're gonna have frizz central up in the middle of my head, and then the rest of my hair is gonna look fabulous, and then when I turn my head, it's gonna look like a bird's nest. Okay? And then I just put like extra product right on my roots. Yes, and I like squeeze the heck out of it to get in there. Cause I'm telling you, that part of my head is no joke. It's gross. And then what I do with any excess product that I have like on my hands, like once I'm at that part, like that crown part, when I'm done with it, I'll just put the rest on like those roots, just to like really push that down. But even though, so I'll do this just to curl up the roots instead of making it like real flat. Okay, now that we're like at the middle part, my hair, once it's dry, it can be manipulated to go any other way. So right now I don't have like a way that I part it out or anything, because once it's dry it just does the thing. So I still kind of, what I just do is I just keep working like back. So like when I do my hair, then I just throw it back, because I let it air dry, and then once it starts getting to the part where it's almost completely dry, then that's when I start manipulating it. Actually, this is a pretty short part. I'm gonna take the part like where my bangs are. It's the shortest part. There's some long pieces in there, but I'm gonna leave that part out. It's alright. And then I'm just gonna work with this piece. Not that there's much to hold here, but there it is. Okay, so I just did right here was whatever excess product I had, I just put it all around the edges of my hair, just coating all the the outside parts. So I'll just run my fingers through it all, make sure that if there's any clumping, it kind of just comes apart. This just provides less work for me at the end to break up any curls once it's dry. So now what I like to do is I'll shake this to the front and then kind of see what curls need a little bit of help. So what curls I need to finger curl. Okay, so far one thing I'm noticing is the fact that for this curl custard is the fact that I have a lot of little chunky pieces like still in my hair, like that you can see like little specks. I don't know if you can see it on camera. So I think I got some of the thinner pieces that looked a little bit like needed help. This part. Okay. So now what I'll do is I'll just let it air dry like this. But first, before I do that, before I run away, I'm actually gonna put a little bit of edge control on my edges. And I'm using the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Edge Treatment. And now I'm not the fancy schmancy edge tamer like everybody else is. I pretty much just put this on my edges and kind of like just tame them just a little bit, kind of like the 90s way, which is just like with a toothbrush and it just stays like that. I don't do anything too crazy because I don't know how to. And I don't really have crazy baby hairs either. I just do that just to tame them so they can like look consistent with the rest of my hair. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll just scrunch up a little bit. I'm gonna flip it forward and scrunch it up a little bit. And I'm actually going to take a little bit of the custard and just a little bit of the gel, super tiny bit, and mix them together. And then that's how I'm gonna scrunch my hair with. So I'm just gonna let that air dry a while, and while I do that, I'm just going to briefly talk about my thoughts on this curl custard. I realized I never actually showed you what it looks like, so that is what it looks like. I actually used a lot because this was kind of filled to the top pretty much, and I pretty much went in. But I do really like how it feels like when I put it in my hair. It's really soft and velvety, and I feel like it definitely moisturized my hair. Like, I know like curling products don't necessarily moisturize, but some do. Like, well, this has shea butter and olive oil, so I feel like it did, and I feel like it's actually gonna be really good for my hair. I tend to like soft touchable hair curls instead of like the hard crunchy feeling. That's why I use the light defining gel from Diva Curl and not like the ultra defining. The ultra defining tends to give me a bit of like a hard cast, but not really. Like once I scrunch it, it like breaks and it's not as bad anymore. But this smells amazing too. Like, I like when my hair products smell good. So far so good. I'm going to, once it's dry, then obviously I'll be like I'll give my final thoughts, because then I'll actually see like how my curls turn out. So far they are looking really good. They're looking nice and juicy and plump, and they picked up pretty well. Like, they curled up pretty well. So yeah, I'll be back once it's dry. Okay guys, so I am back, and if you're curious, it took me about, I want to say 2 hours for my hair to get to this point. It is about 75% dry. Here's what it looks like. Curls really defined, and I just feel like a little bit of moisture, like just a little bit damp, like back here closer to the roots, but it's not too bad. So right now it has a slight cast, and I want to break it up a little bit, and it'll help give me some volume. So I'm going to use this Aussie Miracle Moist Intense Hydration Oil with avocado and Australian jojoba oil. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pump some in my hand, if it will pump, because I'm literally almost out. So I have about that much, and I'm just going to rub that against my hands, through my fingers, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in my hair, like through my roots, bring it up, and then also break up the cast. So I'll just do like this, just scrunch everything up. So I do this with the oil just so that like I can maintain the curls and it doesn't get like too frizzy. I'll still probably get like some frizz. What I'll do is I'll go in my roots and kind of like tug on it a little bit on the roots. And then I'll also do that flipped over. Okay, and honestly I feel more of the cast like towards the front. So pretty much the hard cast I have is really right here in the front, which is normal because when I use the Diva Curl light defining gel, I don't get much of a cast. It's if I use like the ultra defining gel. So I'm just gonna take a little bit more just because I really want to get that in my hair. And I'm just gonna go like these, like slightly just go over the top. Other than that, it is pretty dry, so I'm just gonna zhuzh it up. And I got some volume. And normally like I'm okay with this on the first day where it's not too volumed, because once like my day 2 is probably my favorite day for curls because it gets a little bit volumed up, but my curls still stay pretty defined. So I just wanted to show you guys a close-up of my hair and how like defined it is. Show you the back. See, like if you notice right here, it's kind of like a little bit frizzier than the sides, but that's normal. But if I wouldn't have put that extra product in my hair, it would have been a lot more frizzy and looking like a bird's nest. So I love the movement my hair has. It's bouncy and looks pretty good. Okay guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed how I did my hair today. I do plan on doing my like curly hair routine and show you what I usually do instead of like me trying to like, you know,
see if a product works for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below what you think, or if you guys want to see anything else from me. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you enjoy watching all my videos, and so you can get into all my future videos. Love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.